Hey ladies, I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a beginner's makeup video for you. I'm going to be showing you how to do your face makeup beginner style. So I'm going to be kind of talking you through it, kind of telling you some tips on how to make your just face makeup just look amazing and look like you've been doing this for years. The products that I talk about are going to be listed down in the description box. Also check out my blog. I'm going to have pictures of my look, of my outfit of the day, talking about kind of the tips that I talked about in this video. I'm going to be putting them on my blog as well as the list of all the products I used and steps in how to do your face makeup. So go check out my blog. I'll put that link down below. It's just bondbeautyful.com. Simple and easy. So let's get straight to the face makeup portion. First, we're going to go ahead and talk about foundations. I picked out 3 foundations that I feel like are blended the easiest, and you can use a brush with it, or you can just use your fingers because they're that easy to blend. As a beginner, it's so important to get foundation that is easy to blend because it's going to be kind of difficult, especially, even advanced ladies that do their makeup for a long time still have problems with foundations that don't blend as easy. You just have to be kind of used to just working fast. So I picked 3 drugstore foundations that I feel like are going to be just perfect for beginners. So first off, I picked the one that I'm wearing today and the one I'm going to show you in the video, the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. You can find it at any drugstore. It's one of my favorites. It's so soft. It has more of a matte finish, but it still works well with dry skin because I know I have dry skin, but I have like an oily T-zone and it totally controls that. I love this one. It's great. Another one is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This one I like because it has a great variety of shades, and you can use with your finger or you can use with a brush, and it's just a great foundation, again, for any skin type. I also have the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Stick Foundation. I'm down to the very 4 fingers. Like, if you just don't want to brush, this one blends so nicely with fingers. And again, you can use a brush if you want. It's easy to travel with. I just really like this one. It looks really nice on the skin. And last, if you don't want a foundation, this is the Tinted Moisturizer I like. It's from e.l.f. It's only $3. You can find it at Target. Again, another drugstore. It has SPF 20. It's one of my favorites. And this is a Tinted Moisturizer. So let's go ahead and start with shade. How do you find your shade? It's so important to, if you can, to try to swatch it on your jawline. Now, the reason for that is because you want it to be close to the neck so you can kind of match towards your neck. You're not trying to match the foundation with your face because it's not going to work, because then you're going to have to also match your neck to your face, and we don't want to be putting foundation on our neck all the time. So you want to match the foundation to your neck, and so you put it on your jawline so you can check and see if your neck and your swatch match. If you don't match them, your face is going to just look wider than your neck. It's going to look weird, or your face is going to look darker than your neck, and that's going to look weird as well. So you want it to match with your neck. There's so many different brushes that you can use. You can use your hands. Like I said, all these foundations work well with hands, or you can use a brush, and I have brushes here that are so inexpensive, literally $10 and under. Now I'm only saying $10 because I think one of these brushes is $10. I don't really remember. I'll list it right here if a foundation brush. This is a foundation brush from e.l.f. It's only $1 and I really like it. It works really well. Another e.l.f. brush. This is their powder brush, but it's a flat top and I feel like it works really well with foundation. A lot of people like it. Only $3. It's a great brush, and this is also can double as your powder brush as well. So this is also a very great powder brush. Skunk brush, this is going to give you more of that airbrush feel because it's just going to be very light on your skin. You can find one from e.l.f. This one's from BH Cosmetics. I don't quite remember how much it costs. I'll list it down here if I remember. But I like this one. This one's really nice. And e.l.f. has one too that's about $3 as well. Then the one that I love to use is this one. It's the BH Cosmetics Stippling Foundation Brush. And this one is synthetic, but it's round. It blends out really nice. I love this one. Again, I'll list the price down below. But yeah, this is a really good foundation brush, and I use it for all my foundations. Okay, so like I said, I'm using the L'Oreal Magic Nude liquid powder foundation, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of that onto my wrist, and that's how I'm going to go ahead and apply it. So I like to, because it's so liquidy, put it on my wrist. If you're using the stick foundation, you can just apply it right to your face. The Tinted Moisturizer I like to apply to my hands, and the L'Oreal True Match I also apply on my wrist. Then I'm going to go ahead and take whichever foundation brush you like. I'm going to first use my hands and show you. You can just blend out on your face, super easy, just in circular motions. And the way that I like to apply my foundation is I like to start in the center of my face, like the center of my cheeks, and work outward. I don't blend to my neck, not until you've completely done the rest of your face. That way your whatever's left on the brush is really minimal, and you can then blend it to your neck. Then I'm using the foundation brush from e.l.f., the $1 one, and with this brush you want to just make downwards strokes with it. So you want to blend downwards. You don't want to blend up. You don't want to blend sideways. You want to blend downwards always with this type of foundation brush. It's just going to make it look a lot smoother and less streakier, and it's not going to look weird on your skin. Then if you're using the flat top brush, the powder brush from e.l.f., just in circular motions. The flat top brushes, you really want to go and work in circles, work inwards to outwards, and all over your face. And whatever's left over on your brush, I would just blend circular motions down your jawline, all the way down your neck, and make sure you get your whole neck, not your whole neck, but all the way around your jawline. Just make sure that it's blended. You don't want to see that line. That's just the worst thing ever, is to see that foundation line. It doesn't look nice. People notice it right away. You don't want to have. So for concealer, you can just use any kind of concealer you like. I like the Neutrogena stick concealers. I just like to put it under my eyes and just pat it in with my middle finger, just because it's softer. Now, as far as a concealer for blemishes, I like to put the concealer on top of my blemish, and then you want to pat around your blemish. You don't want to pat on top of your blemish, because it's just going to take off the concealer you already put on there. So if you do have a blemish, just remember to blend out around your blemish, not on your blemish. For powders, I like the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. That's like $3. It's a really great drugstore powder, and the L'Oreal True Match is also a really good powder, and I have a couple powder brushes I like to use. Like I said, the e.l.f. flat top powder brush, only $3. I like to pat with that powder brush, or with just the all over face brush from e.l.f. This is the $1 one. This is a really good one, and I just like to go in circular motions around my face very lightly. I don't want to look cakey. You don't want to look cakey. So basically what you do is you barely want to tap into the product and just use circular motions around your face, just where you need it. So like on your T-zone if you need it, if you're oily. If you're not oily and you don't need it, you don't need a powder. You don't want to look cakey or make your face a lot drier if you don't need it. As far as a bronzer goes, I love this e.l.f. warm bronzer because it has a variety of bronzers in there. It has a highlighter, a contouring bronzer, a warm bronzer, it gives you a gold look, a contouring bronzer, and a blush in here. If you swirl them all together, they just look amazing on the cheek, just a warm glow, bronzy glow, but I like to use the darkest one to contour. You can get a cheap contouring brush. It looks like this. It's just an angled brush. This is the e.l.f. $1 contouring brush. Just basically what you want to do is tap into the product, and you want to make like a fishy face. So you want to make a fishy face, that way you can really see your cheekbones, and you want to contour wherever your cheekbones are. So you're going to start in the back, kind of where your hairline starts, and you're going to go ahead and just contour lightly. You don't want to bring the bronzer all the way to your mouth. You want to stop in the middle of kind of like where your cheekbone is, and you just want to make that line. That's an easy universal way to bronze. You can also, I like to bronze along the jawline and then blend it downwards onto my neck, just to give me a kind of more sculpted and thinner look. Or you can also bronze the sides of your noses to make your nose look a lot thinner. Very, very easy. The e.l.f. bronzer is only $3. It's a really good bronzer. Blush brush I'm using that I like, and it's one of my favorites, is the e.l.f. blush brush, only $3. It's just a really nice dome brush. You can use whatever brush you want. You don't have to use a brush. If you have a cream blush, then you don't need to use a brush. You can just use your fingers. One of my favorite line of blushes is the e.l.f. blushes. They're the Studio Line blushes. They're only $3. The one I'm using today is Tickled Pink, and it's just a really nice universal pink blush that fits with anybody. Super easy to use. Super easy to use. You just put it, like I said, you smile, you put it on the apples of your cheeks, and you blend backwards towards your ear. And yeah, you can really tell what the apples of your cheeks are going to be, because when you smile, they're the poofiest part of your cheeks. And that's what I do whenever I'm putting on blush. If you don't want to use a brush, you don't have to. Just get some cream blushes. e.l.f. does have some cream blushes. I definitely recommend you checking out their website for some cream blushes. A cream blush I do have is from Nyx, another inexpensive brand. You can find at Ulta, but they're very inexpensive. It's just a cream product. You want to dip your finger in there and you get the product on your finger, and you just want to tap and lightly blend the apples of your cheek with your finger. You want to be so very careful because these are so pigmented. That's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this beginner's face makeup tutorial. Hopefully this was really helpful. If you ever have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll make sure to answer them. And like I said, make sure you check out my blog for in detail and kind of some more tips that you can use when putting on your foundation. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.